It's time for Angels baseball tonight at the Big A. It's game 2 of a 3-game series between the Angels and the Texas Rangers. Tonight's game, it's being brought to you by City National Bank, and Angel fans coming in to see the middle game of this series. Angels dropped the opener here last night at Angel Stadium. Terry Smith along with Mark Kubisaw, and we'll be kind of getting to know each other a little bit more the next 2 nights here. We'll be with you for Angels baseball. Mark, one thing, although the Angels are a couple games under the 500 mark right now, they continue to flash the leather. The Angels turning a lot of double plays. In fact, lead the majors in that category.
Yeah, Terry, we talk about the hitting and the pitching a lot, but when you think about it, it's the defense really is the reason why this club is really close to that 500 mark. Take a look at our Carl's Cam replay. Mike Trout has been outstanding. That was one of the things he said he was going to work in spring training and carry into the season. His ability to go back on the baseball, the route taking, so much better this season for Mike Trout, able to run that in front of the wall. We know Anderson Simmons, he is dipped in gold. That range he has, that quick release to throw over the first base, the ground he covers, he mentioned in double plays, 105 double plays turned this season by Anderson Simmons, but Mike Trout has really come in on the baseball well this season. We talked about going back, very comfortable on all aspects of his defense this season. He's shined quite a bit, and his arm much stronger too this year.
Well, a little different night tonight for the Angels. It's one of those bullpen nights, and Jim Johnson will make only his 2nd ever Major League start. He'll be on the mound for the Angels tonight. We will have the starting lineups here at the Big A, and the start of tonight's game, it's coming up next right here on Fox Sports West.
redesigned exterior and 31 highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers.
And Jim Johnson, as he completed his warm-up tosses in the bullpen, ran right to the mound here. You don't see that from a starter too often, but you got to stay on your routines. I kind of like that, actually.
Yep.
I wish I was given that opportunity back in the day.
Remember a number of years ago when Irvin Santana was having first inning trouble.
Yep.
We were on the road. It might have been at Boston at Fenway Park, and they decided, what can we do to kind of tweak things with Irvin in the first inning? They had him warm up, and he went right from the bullpen to the mound. And our starting lineups for tonight's ball game. Let's take a look at the Rangers lineup. It's being brought to you by City National Bank. They have Odor back in there tonight. They gave some of their regulars a night off last night. Mazzara wasn't in there, but he's hitting cleanup tonight. And they have Willie Calhoun in the lineup tonight. Isaiah Kiner Falefa, their catcher, was not in the lineup. And Drew Robinson is going to get a start. He came in late in last night's ball game.
And on the mound, Jim Johnson is going to be making his first start since 2006. Long time in between, 666 relief appearances in between starts for Jim Johnson. Fastball is going to be a power fastball, 91-95. He'll throw a curveball and changeup.
So we are just about ready to go. Johnson actually pitched on Saturday for the Angels in Chicago. That was the middle game of the weekend series in the Windy City. First pitch tonight, it is taken and it's in there. We're underway, and Rougned Odor at the plate. Odor, a left-handed batter, .265 batting average this season. He's hit 18 home runs. And he chops this one over on the right side. Angels had a few over there. Play made by Fletcher. That is out number one.
My go-tos for Jim Johnson to be successful right on cue, really, when you think about it, is that power sinker for grounders all throughout this game. You get those swing and misses on his non-strike curveball. Times he's been hurt this season really with his curveball. It's been in the strike zone. So get ahead of the count, use that power sinker, and then get some swing and misses on that curve out of the strike zone.
Here's Profar, who had a hit last night. He's hitting .273. He's had kind of a breakout year. They've been waiting for Profar to live up to the hype from a few years ago. A lot of people thought at one time he was the best prospect in all of baseball. This year getting a chance to play for Texas, and he's put some pretty good numbers on the board.
Yeah, 54 extra base hits.
He takes that one for a ball. Jim Johnson, 35 years old. And just his second big league start. Ironically, the very first game he pitched in the majors was a start, and that was some 12 years ago.
Hence, throwing your last pitch in a bullpen and running right to the mound. Used to that.
Yep. Next delivery, and that is missed. 2-2. Angels have 3 on the right side. A shift on with Profar batting, a switch hitter. Not much breeze at all. 72 degrees when things got underway a few minutes ago. That one is lifted foul, out of play down the left side.
See pretty good velocity and movement in that sink action. 94 so far for Jim Johnson. This might be that time now if he can feel comfortable throwing his curveball, especially just below the strike zone on the outside part of the plate.
Jim Johnson is one of 19 pitchers on the Angels' current roster right now, and one more was added today, Parker Bridwell.
Yes, he was fantastic last year with the Angels. Tried that backdoor curveball just a little bit off the plate.
Payoff pitch, and that's fouled back right behind home.
How fun must this be for Hudson behind the plate here, getting his first major league start. Helps having a veteran on the mound too to work with him.
There's another 3-2, and that one is nowhere close. Fastball that was way high and out of the strike zone. Well, let's take a look at the Angels defense. It's being brought to you by Tough Turtles Turf, and you see the infield. Fernandez getting another start over at first base. Coward is in there tonight at third for the Angels. Outfield remains the same. Joe Hudson is the catcher. His second big league game, his first major league start.
And he will be challenged right away. Threw out 39% of base stealers in Salt Lake. Profar has been very successful, 10 of 10 as far as stolen bases this season. Hasn't been caught yet.
Here's the pitch, and this is hit in the air and not very deep at all in center field. Waiting is Trout. One hands it. That's out number 2.
Yeah, the one thing you got to remember if you're Jim Johnson, this is a club, the Texas Rangers, that will swing a lot at the first pitch. If you can establish the strike zone, you might be able to get a little bit deeper in the game than anticipated. My shows will probably love to see Jim Johnson get 2 innings. You get some quick outs. You never know. Maybe into that third.
Johnson this year had pitched 5 innings against the Rangers. Not a whole lot of success, though. 4 earned runs in 5 innings and a 7.20 ERA. His career earned run average against Texas is just under 5.5. So here's Mazzara. They have a number of left-handed hitters in this lineup. He's one of them, and he takes a little bit low.
Lefty's hitting 300 against Johnson this year as compared to 217. The right-handed batter. This is the batter you might want to get if you're Jim Johnson. Adrian Beltre on deck has outstanding career numbers against Johnson.
Next pitch, he lays off that one. 2-0. Mazzara right at the home run total he had a year ago. He finished with 20. He has 20 now. His RBI numbers are a little bit lower, though, from a year ago. He drove in 101 last year, but just 74 this season. That's very high and nowhere close. So Johnson falls behind 3-0. He's already walked a batter in the inning.
Mentioned Beltre on deck. 7 for 10 in his career versus Johnson. Now might have to face him with a couple guys on base unless he comes back in the count now.
Simmons shaded near second base, playing up the middle for the most part. That one's taken for a strike. Sinker. Johnson taking a little extra time now, ready to come in with the next one, and it's on its way. Lifted in the air down the left field side. Upton is chasing, and right near the foul line makes the catch in fair territory, and that will end the inning. So Jim Johnson sets down 3 of 4. Bottom of the first coming up, no score. Angels. You see at the bottom part of the batting order, 3 players who played a lot in AAA this year. Fernandez, along with Coward and Hudson.
Adrian Sampson making, you mentioned, another second appearance in the big leagues, 3rd career start. ERA right now 54. He's only got a third of an inning pitch, 4 hits allowed. His fastball's 90-94 slider. He throws a lot of sliders and a pretty solid changeup.
So he's ready, in the first pitch on Cole Calhoun, and that one, he takes it low and away. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
He's not a guy that's going to strike out a lot of batters, but he will give up his fair share of hits, especially with his slider. My go-to is sit on his slider so far. He's been throwing a lot of those, and think early pressure. That means get some good swings against them, put guys in motion to rattle them a little bit early on here in this game. 43% of his pitches, sliders so far at the major league level.
He's missed with the first 2 here on Cole Calhoun. And the next pitch lifted in the air to center field, but it is right at Drew Robinson, and he hardly had a move at all. That's out number 1. And as far as the Ranger defense, they have Profar in there tonight over at first base. Beltre is back in the field, and he is over at third. Played a lot of games there in his big league career.
Robinson out in center field. He's played 6 different positions this season, including second, short, and third. All 3 outfield position. 2 assists, 2 errors in the outfield this season, center field for Drew Robinson. Right at him, first ball of the game. So he's loose and ready to go.
So at the plate for the Angels, Fletcher, first pitch. And that was in there for a strike. There's one on the outside corner. Brian Gorman, the crew chief, is calling balls and strikes. He's generally known as a guy that has a very big strike zone. The next pitch, that's low.
Sampson, over his last 16 starts in AAA minor leagues, pretty good record. 5-2 with a 2.33 ERA overall, 8-4 with a 3.77 in the minor leagues this season.
Two-strike pitch. That one misses low. Kind of wonder how much Sampson, who's actually replacing Bartolo Colon in their rotation, was thinking about this start here tonight. Here's his next pitch, and that one is low.
As usual, David Fletcher always fights his way back in an at-bat. Behind the count early, now even, or actually ahead of the count at 3-2.
And here's the payoff. Hit sharply, but down to third, and Beltre is a good one, and he had no trouble with that. Throws out Fletcher, and that's the second out.
You can put him in there as one of the top all-time fielding third basemen for sure. In my Hyundai key for this game today, little schoolboy Q here last night throughout the first pitch. Hands on the wheel. That means the offense, especially in a bullpen game today. T. Smith need to carry the load here. Mike Trout with great career numbers against Texas, 336.
I saw
hands on the wheel.
Schoolboy Q come up to say hi to you last night. That impressed me. That one is fouled back on the right side, backing out of play.
I was telling my son that too. He was out of his mind. He was like, "Hey, Dad, you got to take a picture with him."
Yep.
That went on there. Worked out good.
Mike Trout's now third in the league in batting. He's upped his average to .317, and he hits that one a long way down the left side, but it is a foul ball, pulled it foul down the left side.
Talk about bringing your hands inside the baseball well there. This pitch is a little bit off that inside part of the plate, brings the hands in, and gets still able to get the barrel of the bat on that one.
Trout's had 10 hits his last 15 times up, so his bat is sizzling right now. What a series he had in Chicago against the White Sox, and then last night a couple of hits in the opener here against the Rangers.
Not a lot of distance on those hits, but they were still hits.
Now a little meeting as Kiner Falefa goes out to have a word with Sampson. I was mentioning might have had some thoughts warming up in the bullpen about this start because the last time he was scheduled to make a major league start, which was a couple of years ago, back in June of 2016, he was warming up in the bullpen and he suffered while warming up a torn flexor tendon and had surgery. Happened in the bullpen. Guy that's had some arm issues, elbow problems, former 5th round pick of the Pirates back in 2012. There's one that's low.
So since getting ahead 0-2, he's tried to change up and now a slider. Shohei Ohtani waiting on deck.
And here's the pitch. That's a little bit high on Trout, so Trout's not afraid to walk. And he's worked a full count here. Trout backs out of the box. The only game that Sampson had appeared in for Texas this season was 9 days ago, and that was in relief. And in that ball game, got only 1 batter out. And there's Trout bouncing one through into left center field. Hit that ball right out near Nick Lentz, the second base umpire. Trout has another hit.
Stayed with the pitch right back up the middle. Another base hit against the Texas Rangers, and he's really continued to swing the bat well. You mentioned what he has done of late. It's his 3rd hit in this series, getting that foot down. Not a bad pitch. It was down out over the plate, but right back up the middle. A lot of times you'll see a hitter try to pull that. Ball was lying quickly back up the middle.
So here's another guy who's red hot, and that is Ohtani, a player of the week in the American League last week. He has an 8-game hitting streak coming in tonight, and he goes after the first one, pops it foul out of play back on the left side.
Shohei has really jumped on fastballs this season, jumping on a first pitch fastball.
11 hits for him, his last 29 at bats. Trout draws a throw.
22 stolen bases for Trout. Caught twice.
Sampson's next one on Ohtani, and he grounds it out near second. It's handled there by Odor, and he will throw out Shohei, and that is how the inning ends. Angels had a Trout hit, and that was it. Second inning is coming up at the Big A. There's no score. pregame ceremony remembering the tragic events that occurred on September the 11th, 2001, and on-field personnel, including the players and the coaches and the umpires, wearing the patch with the ribbon during all games around Major League Baseball today. Baseball's ongoing effort to honor and remember those whose lives were affected or lost on that tragic day 17 years ago.
Amazing. 17 years ago.
And I'll never forget that for various reasons, nor will anyone else, but the date of September the 11th happens to be my anniversary. At the plate is Beltre, and the count on him is 0-2 as he leads things off here. Johnson is still out there. Noe Ramirez is warming up on the pitch, and that one is chased and missed, and he struck him out on
Boy, he said
three pitches.
He may be hitting 700 against me in my career, but I'm going right after him. He did so. 2 fastballs and a curveball.
Yep.
Sometimes that's what you have to do, especially when a hitter has that type of success against you as a pitcher. Just go right after him. Don't try to be too perfect on corners. Go right after him, and that's exactly what he did.
So here's Joey Gallo, one of the top home run hitters in the American League, 35 this year, had 41 last year, and he takes the first one low and away. And Johnson right now 20 pitches so far in this game, and that one right there was a curveball, just 79 miles per hour. Missed with that one, a sinker, and now he's behind 3-0.
Gallo will be swinging here 3-0. Be careful. Tremendous power he has. Don't leave anything if you're throwing a fastball that middle in. That's a perfect spot.
Yep, and he did take that one, and it was right in there. Sinker. When it's fouled back behind the plate, so he's battled back from 3-0 to run the count full here on Gallo, and Willie Calhoun waiting on deck.
It's a pretty good changeup, 3-1 changeup from Jim Johnson. As a reliever, you don't get a chance to use all 3 of your pitches all that often.
Yep, he doesn't usually throw too many of those changeups. There's one that misses low, and he walked him, and sure enough we see Mike Scioscia coming out of the Angel dugout. So that is likely the last pitch of the night for Jim Johnson. That was pitch number 25 in this ball game, and the Angels, we knew going in, Mark, a parade of relievers tonight. So that's it for Johnson. Noe Ramirez will be the new pitcher. We'll take a break and be back with more action in the second on Fox Sports West.
On all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Carl's Jr., the 2 for $2.50 sausage and egg made from scratch biscuit. Now at Carl's Jr. And by the 2018 Subaru Forester. A whole lot to love.
Noe Ramirez, the new pitcher, the pitching change. It is being brought to you by Purple Bricks. And Ramirez taking over for Jim Johnson with 1 out, 1 on here in the second inning. First delivery, a breaking ball to Willie Calhoun. He spent most of this year in the minors. Had a little time with the Rangers last year. .260 batting average with Texas this season. And there's one that's outside. Former Dodger farmhand Willie Calhoun.
Big time prospect with the Dodgers. And one thing the Angels have done very, very well this season is turn double plays. Looking for one right here now from Noe Ramirez. See if we get a little sinker away. Get a ground ball in the infield here.
He last pitched on Wednesday. That was at Texas and had a scoreless inning with a strikeout.
I'll rate the Mark Langston that foul ball.
It did?
Yes.
We haven't had too many in the radio booth this year.
There's Langer. Bernie with Jose.
No, Mark Langston won his share of Gold Gloves.
Yeah.
He knows how to catch the baseball. So Noe Ramirez in. Of course, Ramirez had one of these bullpen starts for the Angels not too long ago. Tonight he's the second pitcher for the Angels on a bullpen night, and there's one that is waved at and missed a real good changeup.
And that's the thing for Noe. His ability to run the fastball upstairs. It's not going to be overpowering 90-91, but his changeup and his breakable, very, very important location of those two pitches.
He'll toss again over to first base.
Gallo, for a big guy, can run a little bit. He's got 3 stolen bases, been caught 4 times this season, but last year very good as far as stealing bases.
And again another toss over to first base. Noe Ramirez, one of the relievers who's worked a lot this year for the Angels. There are several in that category this season. Ramirez in his 64th game this year. And there's one that's chased and missed.
I said that's a good fastball. When he throws it upstairs, and it's not upper 90s, it's 90, but the location perfect for Noe Ramirez. Drops his elbow, creates that lift. Little rotational spin rate on that fastball upstairs, gets a swing and miss.
Joe Hudson behind the plate for the Angels tonight. He was getting a lot of compliments once the Angels acquired him during the season. They've been in the red system. They drafted him, and one of the things we were hearing, a guy pitchers like to throw to, good catch and throw guy, frames pitches well.
Notre Dame guy, right?
Notre Dame.
Yes.
Yeah. Kiner Falefa is the batter now, and he takes that one for a called strike.
Kiner Falefa very rarely will swing at the first pitch, so if you're a pitcher against him tonight, I say you try to go fastball middle away. He takes that first pitch quite a bit. Not quite Joe Mauer like, but very close.
Bounces that one foul over on the third base side. No shift on. The infielders are backed up except for Fernandez, who's holding the bag over there on Gallo. Toss and Gallo back in time.
You know, one thing you would like to see from Noe, he has a little bit too long of a throwing motion when he throws over the first base. The footwork is there. You want to kind of shorten up on your throw over there. It gives you a better chance. Get that baseball over there quickly.
There's one lifted in the air down the left field side, and that is going to push foul out of the reach of Upton, who was in pursuit.
Yeah, he was playing well over in left center field, well off the line.
Simmons went a long way chasing that one as well.
That's a shocker, isn't it?
Yep.
Simba can cruise the outfield.
So still a couple of strikes.
He's trying to take a deep breath. He was going forever going to get to that pop up.
Here's the next one, and that's a liner foul on the first base side. A little late with the swing was kind of Falefa. Hit it hard, but foul ball stays alive though.
Adrian Johnson tried to get out of the way of that quickly. Needed to use that speed to get out of the way of that one. Do a little matrix. Get out of the way.
Pitch missed outside.
Trying to keep that ball in the lower part of the strike zone. Kind of Falefa can hit that pitch upstairs. You can see that one high fastball line it just foul. You can also turn on a high fastball in.
And a toss over to first base. Ramirez has been paying very close attention to Gallo, that base runner now. 2 outs in the inning. There goes Gallo, and the pitch is chased and missed. He struck him out, and that is how the inning ends. 3 strikeouts for Angels pitching. The bottom of the second is coming up. Coming up on Friday when the Angels face the Mariners, game time 7 o'clock. Fans in attendance will receive a celebratory duck call while supplies last. For more info on Ducks Night, visit angels.com/promotions.
How were you able to do that, Terry, and read that promo? You are
It's
amazing.
just one of my many skills.
Yes.
All right, so we go to the bottom of the second inning. The first batter up here for the Angels is Justin Upton, his first at bat of the night, and he is taking, and that's ball one.
You are Mr. Worldwide, right?
1-0 the count. There's one outside. I was actually tipped off that you were going to do that, so I was ready for it, and I thought I maintained my composure pretty well on that.
You were fantastic.
Thank you. Andrelton Simmons is the batter waiting on deck as Upton swings at the next pitch.
Well, he still continues to pull off on that pitch away. He's looking for the pitch middle in. He's getting his fastball. He's put himself in good counts. That front hip is just opened up enough. That's pulling that front shoulder away. Also difficult to catch up to that pitch on the outside part of the plate.
It's high on Upton.
But if you miss middle in with that swing he's got going, the power that Justin Upton has can go a long way, especially now you can sit on a pitch in that part of the plate ahead of the count 3-1.
Fouls this one back. It's going to land just above us out of play, right behind the plate. Upton is currently 5th in the league in striking out, 157 punch-outs on him this year. And he digs in with the count full. That pitch there was way inside, and he came in with a slider, it looked like, so that's a leadoff walk.
Yeah, it's his first walk since his return from that mild concussion. 4 for 28 since coming back. It's a 143 batting average. Track that one a little bit better, I think, in that at bat, other than pulling off on that one pitch. Much better at bat for Justin Upton. Sometimes just to see a few pitches, don't chase, pick up a walk, and get you back in form.
So here's Simmons for his first at bat tonight. 294 batting average for Andrelton, and if he could get hot in the last 2.5 weeks or so, it could be a 300 hitter. We'll see how it plays out for him. There goes Upton. The pitch is low. Throw to second. A little bit high. Did he slide under the tag? No, he's out.
We've seen that so far a number of times for Odor at second, how quick he is catching that ball and tagging the runner sliding in. Even though the throw is away from the base, it's towards the base runner and the slide. You're seeing a lot more in baseball. That tag right on the helmet is up and thrown out. This for the second time this season. Odor applies the tag out at second. Kiner Falefa has thrown out just 27% of base stealers so far this year. With that one solid throw.
It's a shot that's well hit into center field. Going back is Robinson, and right at the wall in center, he makes the grab. He got twisted around a couple of times going back on that one, but makes a nice running catch in dead center at the wall.
Sometimes the most difficult play is that one right over your head as a center fielder. It's our top tier play brought to you by Arco. A really good swing for Andrelton Simmons right back up the middle at the wall, but Robinson able to run that one down. The key to that whole play was his head and eyes still all the way through as he catches that before slamming into the wall.
So
Mentioned
nice
him playing all 3 outfield positions along with 3 infield positions. That's a solid play in center.
Here's Fernandez batting, and he takes ball 1. He's gotten his batting average up near the 300 mark. And he drives one deep down the right field side, and it is out of here. A 1-0 pitch, a no-doubter right there. Fernandez with the home run, and he's going to remember that one.
Yeah, first career home run for Jose Fernandez. He's had 4 doubles, looking for number 1 on the home run chart. Dude, that baseball got out quickly, I tell you. That ball was crushed.
That gives the Angels the early lead here, 1-0.
He's looking for some friends.
No.
He has none right now. Oh, Trouty got him.
Wow. He was getting the silent treatment, no doubt. And then Trout kind of broke the ice.
Is that semi a Gatorade splash?
So here is Coward at the plate, and he takes ball 1.
Oh, what a great story this is anyhow for Fernandez this season, to be in the big leagues. As long as it took to get there, and then he lines that one out for first career home run. I know someone's scrambled to get that baseball.
Yeah, 30-year-old rookie, Jose Fernandez. That one's in there on Cowart.
Great smile.
There's one that's lined right near Odor. He makes the catch just above the shoe tops.
Boy, Jose Fernandez, get a chance to get your first career major league home run, and you're ready. Inside part of the plate, open up those hips, barrel the bat, seared it out to right field for his first career home run, and no high fives until the splash from Trout.
Initial 3 for them as Noe Ramirez gets ready to work in his first full inning of relief.
Always remember Drew Robinson being very aggressive on the first pitch. Good changeup to start with.
It was in there, and the count 0-1 on Robinson. Hitting just 186. This is a ball that is tapped in front of the plate. And he's out. He never got out of the batter's box.
That's a great play by Joe Hudson. That's what you're trying to do. You try to catch that baseball out in front of the plate and apply a tag as quick as possible.
Jeff Bannister, the manager for Texas, is going to have a discussion with the home plate umpire.
See, that baseball was out in front of the plate. Quickly gets out in front, applies a tag. Ryan Gorman right there to see that. Good angle here. See, it's in fair territory at that point.
You don't see too many unassisted putouts by the catcher.
That's why you do that as quick as possible. It makes it a very tough call for the home plate umpire, because you see that baseball in fair territory to start with. Good play by Hudson.
So here is Odor. He's their leadoff man tonight. He bounced out his first time up. Odor takes low and in. Ned Odor has really increased his batting average this season, maybe at the expense a little bit as far as power. His home run numbers are down, but his batting average is up considerably from a year ago.
He's been very patient at the plate too, I think, this season. Used to be a lot more aggressive, especially on high pitches out of the strike zone. Take a look at our StatCast AI powered by AWS. And when the infield is set up against Odor, where he's hit a majority of his baseballs on the ground and in the air, 53% of the time he'll hit the ball to that right side of the field. In the count right now where he might be aggressive 3-0 and swing with the green light.
Takes that one in there. A lone defender on the left side now is Cowart. Simmons is over there on the right side with Fletcher and first baseman Jose Fernandez. A fly ball lifted into left center field. Upton is in pursuit. He is there to make the catch. Out number 2.
Good angle for Upton going to that baseball, especially from a left-handed batter. It's going to drift back towards you in left field. And right to that angle. Able to run that one down.
Here's Profar, who drew a walk. That was against Jim Johnson, the Angel starting pitcher tonight. Recorded 4 outs, did not allow any hits or runs. Did walk a pair, struck out 1. One and 0 is the count on Profar. Angels have the only 2 hits so far in this ball game. There's one right in there.
Rick Gorman's giving some pitches a little bit off that outside part of the plate tonight.
Yeah, he's a strike caller. He has a pretty big strike zone, Ryan Gorman. That one missed. 2-1 to count. I get the feeling this will be the last inning for Noe Ramirez. Angels have some movement in the bullpen right now. That one missed, and now it's 3-1.
Must have heard us saying he was calling that pitch off the outside part of the plate, because the next 2 were almost the exact same spot.
Yep. Ansel Robles is up in the Angel bullpen. So far, we'll take that one outside. So he walks on 5 pitches.
2 walks for him already in the game.
And now Charlie Nagy, the Angels pitching coach, is going to go out and have a word with Noe Ramirez. That'll allow Robles to get some more warm-up tosses in.
Yeah, I think that was more by design for that purpose. Profar coming into the game does 48 walks. Now with 2 tonight, giving him 50 on the season. He's turned into a really solid player. You mentioned earlier that he was a top prospect in all of baseball. This really didn't get an opportunity to play. Moved all around, played some outfield, all 3 or 4 infield positions.
Yep. A few years ago, a lot of teams were trying to get Profar away from the Rangers, but they, for a while, considered him an untouchable. Had a lot of injury problems, but he's had a nice year for them this season, getting a chance to play every day now. There's a pitch in there on Elvis Andrus.
Wonder if Profar will be on the move right now. Might see either step off or throw over from Noe.
Waved and missed. Good changeup right there. And Andrus is deep in the hole. Toss over to first. Runner dives back. Jorks and Profar.
A lot of times you'll see a runner going, especially in worst case scenario, if you get thrown out, you give Andrus a fresh at bat next inning.
There goes the runner. The pitch is cut on and missed. He got him, struck him out, and that is how the inning will end. So we are headed to the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 Angels.
Shohei, who said he was extremely honored for it, especially after missing 6 weeks with injury and the news that came out last week that he will likely need Tommy John surgery. Now, Ohtani spoke with Billy Epler yesterday about the damage to his UCL, and Ohtani said there are a lot of options on the table right now. He's going to have some time to think about it, and he will be making a decision soon. But for now, he just wants to gain as much experience as possible, finish the season strong, and Gooby, as long as Sosha puts his name in the lineup, he wants to help this team win.
Yeah, Alex, I'll tell you what, he's done everything to put them in position to win ball games. In my opinion, right now, probably the leader as far as the AL Rookie of the Year.
Joe Hudson is the batter as we start things off here in the Angels' third inning.
I'm sure I make a lot of Yankee fans pretty happy about that, though.
Yep, Ohtani's definitely back in the mix. There's no doubt about that. There's one that's grounded foul over on the left side.
Besides the numbers hitting-wise, you still got to keep in mind 10 starts in the big leagues with a 4-2 record, very solid 3.3 ERA. And he's getting close to 10 stolen bases now.
Yep. Well, likelihood will hit 20 home runs when it's all said and done this year. 1-2 on Joe Hudson. This is only his second major league at bat. This is the first time he's ever started a big league game. This one is tap foul right in front of home plate. Angels purchased his contract from the Reds right near the end of June. And he played in the minors this year in the Red system and the Angels system, AA and AAA. Hit .293 overall in the minors this year. 27 years old, rookie catcher. Takes that one high. 2-2.
Nice to see him get that first major league hit right now. Jose Fernandez, first major league home run last inning.
It's a little pop into shallow right center, but it's an easy play for Gallo. He waits on it, squeezes it. That's the first out. Want to remind Angel fans to join us on Saturday, September the 29th for Fan Appreciation Day when the Angels take on the Oakland A's. Game time will be at 6 o'clock. The first 30,000 fans in attendance will receive a Mike Scioscia bobblehead. For more information on the Mike Scioscia bobblehead presented by Fox Sports West, visit angels.com/promotions.
I know you're looking forward to that day, aren't you, Terry?
I am.
That's going to be a lot of fun to see that one. That'll be a good one. I'm sure Mike will have a good time with that one.
There's one that's low. Fan Appreciation Day is always a fun day at the ballpark. Cole Calhoun 0 for 1 so far tonight. Flied out, leading off the Angels' first inning. Chases that one, and it's a 1-1 count.
It's on a pretty good power changeup.
Calhoun pretty much all season when he has stepped up has had to face a right side infield shift. And that one is low and in.
See that with the infielder set up right here. You have Beltre over there covering all that ground on that left side of the infield. Future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with him next season. I think he still wants to play. He's gone on record as saying he only wants to play for the Rangers. He's had the chronic hamstring issues, though. Been doing a lot of DHing lately, although playing third base tonight. It's always a tough call when you get a player his age. He'll be 40 years old next season.
5 Gold Gloves at third base. 4-time All-Star, 4-time Silver Slugger Award winner. Over 3,000 hits, closing in on 500 home runs.
Full count on Cole Calhoun, who lifts the next one into very shallow left field. Willie Calhoun is coming in, waiting to make the catch, and Cole Calhoun is retired for the second out. So here's David Fletcher, who grounded out his first time up.
Doesn't happen too often. Calhoun to Calhoun.
There you go. Have a lot of Adrians in this game as well. Adrian Sampson pitching. Adrian Beltre at third, and the first base umpire is Adrian Johnson.
Wow. Terry, way to go.
Everywhere. The Adrians tonight.
Yo, Adrian.
There's another one. 0-1 is the count. Here's a little tapper by the mound. Let's see what happens. It's fielded by Andrews, throws and gets a nice throw over there to Profar to end the inning. Angels quiet third. The fourth is next. 1-0 Halos. And we want to remind you on this Patriot Day, USAA honors those who have served and all of our service members at home and abroad. Some of the pre-game events before the game on 9/11 here at the Big A. So the Angels will go to the bullpen again, and there will be more stops there before this game is over. Hansel Robles will take over. He replaces Noe Ramirez, and Noe did a good job here tonight. He retired all but one of the hitters that he faced. 5 out of 6, had 3 strikeouts, and we'll see if Robles can pick up where Ramirez left off. Mazzara is the batter as we begin the 4th inning. 1-0 Angels. Rangers are still looking for their first hit. First pitch ball. The count 1-0 on Nomar Mazzara.
Mazzara has really turned into a very good hitter. He hits the ball well to all fields. Real good power to left center field.
Takes that pitch, and that's in there for a strike. One and one is the count. Next pitch hit on an easy hop right to second. Fielded there by Fletcher, and he retires Mazzara.
Adrian Beltre coming to the plate. Let's take a look at Old Dominions bringing his best. Adrian Beltre, we talked about some of the best numbers, just 1 hit away from tying George Brett for the most hits ever by a third baseman. 3,153 career hits for the future Hall of Famer Adrian Beltre.
Takes the first one high and away from Robles.
Pitch missed inside for a ball.
Still remember when he first came up with the Dodgers, he had that bad foot, and he still was able to hit, what, 48, 49 home runs that season, just basically on one leg.
Next pitch and is thrown by him. Good fastball right there. Last time we saw Robles was Saturday night in Chicago. He had a scoreless inning with a strikeout.
Yeah, command and location really the key for Robles. There's no doubting how good his stuff is. Very good breakable, changeup, fastball, power fastball. But not overthrown and locating that fastball, very important for him.
Ball lifted foul down the right side. That's going to push back to the seats, out of play. Still a 2-2 count here on Beltre. No shift on. Outfielders are shading him a bit to right center. Way off the line and left is Upton. Another pitch fouled up just to our right, upstairs and out of play. Only run so far in this ball game came in the bottom of the second inning. It came with one out, and it came by a player who had never hit a big league home run. Jose Fernandez clubbing his first in the majors.
Such a great feeling when you get that first major league home run.
So Robles has worked a full count here on Beltre. Gallo is waiting on deck. Next one is popped up. This should be an easy play. Shallow right field. The second baseman Fletcher on the outfield grass gathers it in. Two are gone. Joey Gallo stepping up.
Almost felt like Robles got away with one there. Beltre, even though he's walking, he's looking. See the highlight of that swing where that pitch was located. He had one to drive, just missed it. Every once in a while, you'll get away with one of those on the mound, but that's why you throw strikes. Hitters aren't going to always cash in on that mistake pitch. They could pop it up like Beltre did.
Gallo pops this one down the left side. Long run for Upton. It's going to drop foul out of his reach. So the count is no balls and one strike. Gallo is one of those guys where it seems you can almost predict his at bats sometimes, either a home run, a walk, or a strikeout. Seems like the majority of his hits overall are extra base hits.
It sounds like the Tampa Bay Rays, the way they play the game, those three outcomes.
Yeah.
You see that actually a lot in baseball. About 30% of the time now when each at bat results in that.
So 2 strikes is the count here on Gallo. He's third in the league in striking out, and he strikes out again. Threw it right by him. The inning is over. So when we get back, the Angels will be batting in the 4th, leading 1-0.
trucks. Mike Trout's defense last night outstanding. Going back on that one to the wall, covering 79 feet, able to go 27.2 feet per second, and on that ball in front of him covered 100 feet to run that one down. 27.1 feet per second covered. Trout going in, Trout going back, Trout covering everywhere in center field. Now swinging the bat, Terry.
We were talking about it last night on the radio side, that catch he made going to dead center. He was just not going to let that ball beat him. You could just tell.
And his routes are so more confident this year.
Yeah.
Something he worked on. We talked about that even in spring training, how he was working on that all winter long. Didn't like that negative talk about his route taking in center field. Worked on it very well.
1-0 on Mike. He swings at that one, fouls it off third base side. He's had a hit, and Trout's been getting a lot of them lately. He is really locked in right now at the plate. He's on its way outside.
And Trout's numbers versus a fastball this season: .318 batting average, 15 home runs, but also .319 versus a slider and changeup, both pitches that Sampson throws quite a bit, with 14 home runs on those pitches.
That one's high. Three and one is the count. That one's fouled off, not too far away from our booth. They do have three infielders on the left side, so they've stacked the left side with the shift. Just Profar on the right side. Payoff pitch. Another one fouled off by Trout.
You're almost kind of pitching against your defense by throwing a fastball away there. Trout can hit that ball to that side of the field very effectively. If you're going to have that many infielders on the left side of the infield, you more than likely would think you're going to pitch them inside.
Cam Bedrosian is warming up in the Angels bullpen, so he very well could be coming into work next inning.
And that made more sense. Pitched him inside on that fastball. Pretty good life on his fastball for Sampson. Not upper 90s, but movement 90-92 range. Jeff Bannister's got to be pretty happy with what he's seen from him so far. 53 pitches. Not a great ratio between balls and strikes, but some pretty good movement.
Had a solid year this year in AAA, did Sampson, starting and relieving. 19 starts, 14 relief appearances. And that one comes in, and Trout is hit there.
He's been hit quite a few times by the Rangers. Now, granted, you're not throwing at him on purpose there, 3-2, but that doesn't matter. Runs that fastball, drops his elbow right on that shoulder area. Remember, Mike Minor hit him in the leg in Texas.
A lot of times guys that can run, when they get hit, they like to steal second, and there's a quick toss over there. That wasn't a bad move by Sampson, and Trout had to really hustle back. Won't be surprised to see him on the move. First one on Ohtani, taken, strike one.
Now it's time for the Kia drive to success. Shohei Ohtani, as far as his numbers amongst rookies in the American League, he leads rookies in slugging percentage, on base percentage, home runs per at bat for home runs for Shohei Ohtani. Oh yeah, 4-2.
There's a pitch that gets away from the catcher, Kiner Falefa, all the way back to the backstop, so that'll get Trout to second. He didn't have to steal second. It's there on the wild pitch.
Still this stun though. Slugging percentage, on base percentage for Shohei Ohtani. Bounces. I got it. That was quick. It's back up here. Watch out behind there with the camera.
Oh, yeah. So a hit could bring in Trout. Ohtani's been getting a lot of hits lately. He had an RBI last night. Grounds this one foul, first base side.
When you look at the pitch so far this season, it's given Ohtani the most trouble. Really, it's been a slider. It's been pretty good on changeups, pretty good on curveballs, same thing with fastballs. But sliders, he's had a tough time with it. Sampson throws quite a few of them. I would not be surprised who on there. See another one now. There was another slider in on the hands.
One thing that Ohtani's been doing a good job of lately, he's been seeing more lefties, and he's had the opportunity to face more lefties now, strictly DHing for the Angels, and he's having a lot more success against left-handed pitching.
Well, when you think of what he's done in his last 29 games, 29 RBI in his last 29 starts.
He lifts this one high and pretty deep, but foul, way foul down the left side, out of play.
Really exciting player to watch. Well, he brings a lot of energy between him and Mike Trout when they come to the plate. Both here at the Big A and on the road.
Again, fouled off as Ohtani was worked inside on that last pitch. Fouls it back to the club level. Angels, who lost last night's opener here, as the Angels went down 5-2. The Angels didn't do a real good job with runners in scoring position last night, just 2 for 10. Trout in scoring position here with Ohtani fouling another one off.
Alfredo making a play on that one. Letting everybody know in the dugout he made that play on that one. Alfredo.
Ohtani really battling here. 2 strikes to count. Sampson with a little bluff, getting Trout to walk back to the bag.
A lot of times, just when a pitcher does that, he wants to go through a new series of signs, not comfortable with that pitch selection. Is he looking in to change that up?
There's one that's way low and inside, so it's a 2-2 count. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. And that is low and in, and Ohtani has worked a full count.
That hard slider down and in. Open base doesn't necessarily mean Sampson's going to throw Ohtani a strike here.
Ohtani on a 3-2 was fooled there. A changeup got him swinging. That was a good pitch by Sampson.
Yeah, he wasn't going to give in. He wasn't going to challenge him with a fastball there. Perfect changeup. Good arm action on it. See how I threw that little circle changeup. Downward action.
That's the first strikeout of the night for Sampson, so came at a good time for him.
Well, you can see how he pulled off on that baseball. The front shoulder opened up, could not make contact, even try to foul that one off.
So Upton batting now. 1 out, Trout at second. Pitch is low and outside.
Last at bat, Terry, he worked a walk. First walk he's had since coming back from that mild concussion. He tracked the baseball pretty well. You just feel comfortable here in this at bat for Upton. See if he can drive home Trout.
Swings at that one, fouls it off. That's going to get back to the view level out of play. Upton is the Angels' leading RBI man this season. He'll likely finish with fewer this year than a year ago. He drove in over 100 last year. He's at 77 this year. He can pick up an RBI here with Trout at second, but the ball's grounded right to Beltre. Looks Trout back to second and throws out Upton at first. So now the Angels need a 2-out hit. Simmons the next batter. In the AL West tonight, Astros beat Detroit 5-4.
It's a 91st win for the Astros. Thinking that maybe with the hangover from winning a world championship would slow them down, but they've been playing really good ball. The only loss they had was the other day against Boston, the game they probably could have won with that call at the plate.
Oakland A's won again. They won in Baltimore tonight 3-2.
Oakland with more wins than any team in the National League.
Yeah, what a surprise they've turned out to be this year. 31 games over 500. You could have never predicted that before the season began.
Even when the Angels played them early on, the Angels had a lot of success against them early.
Yeah. Next one on Simmons. He drives one into center field. Going back is Robinson. He has a beat on it, though, and he makes another catch right in front of the wall. And that is how the inning will end. Still 1-0 Angels. The fifth is coming up. Can enter to win these seats at Jerome's location.
He had a great view from that suite. Best suite in the house. Jerome's.
So the new pitcher for the Angels now is going to be Cam Bedrosian. He had been warming up. And the Angels now getting ready to use their fourth pitcher of the night. Robles worked last inning and he retired 3 in a row with a strikeout. Bedrosian last pitched on Saturday in Chicago in that White Sox series. He had a scoreless inning with a strikeout. First batter up will be Willie Calhoun. Calhoun, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Rangers are still looking for their first hit. The Angels have had only 2, but lead it 1-0.
It's amazing. This is game 66 for Cam Bedrosian.
Bottom third of the batting order here for the Rangers as they start off the 5th inning. There's Calhoun fouling one back, and he is in the hole, 0-2. Simmons playing almost behind second base. He's a little bit on the third base side of second. Left-handed hitter Calhoun. Grounds it right at Fletcher. Play, 1 gone.
The importance of getting ahead of the count for Cam.
There have been a lot of easy outs against Ranger hitters so far in this game. Kiner Falefa will be the next batter. First pitch inside for a ball. Angels this year 8-6 against the Texas Rangers, 3-2 against them here at the Big A. Low.
You mentioned Kiner Falefa never seems to be swinging at that first pitch. About 10% of the time he will swing at the first pitch, so that's why he wanted his challenge, that middle away on him, first pitch fastball. Now you're behind 2-0, put him in a better hitter count.
Another ball bounced on the right side, a one-hopper to Fletcher, and he will throw out Kiner Falefa.
Been pretty busy at second base.
Real busy.
That's 4 times ground balls right to Fletch.
So a couple of quick outs. Robinson, the 9-hole hitter, will step up. Here's the pitch. It's taken for strike 1. First pitch fastball on Drew Robinson. Looks at another one, and the count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cam Bedrosian's been with the Angels all season. There were several different times this year where he was struggling, but he's always been able to bounce back, and that's something you got to credit him for, his perseverance. Here's another grounder hit on the right side. Fletcher has this one and fires a strike.
That was a great play by Fletcher to the backhand and a perfect throw to the first. Angels still up 1-0. Jumped on that pitch, lines it out to right field. First major league home run for Jose Fernandez, and there's your refreshing finish after the silent treatment in the dugout by Mike Trout for Fernandez getting that first major league home run. What a moment that was for the rookie.
So we'll see what he does in his second at bat here tonight. Fernandez, Cowart, and Hudson, bottom third of the batting order. Pitch outside for a ball.
Well, movement in the bullpen now for the Rangers. Very good outing here for Sampson.
Next pitch fouled back out of play. They put Sampson in their rotation, replacing Bartolo Colon, who's now in the bullpen for the Texas Rangers.
I wonder if Bartolo Colon is going to continue his major league career. He says he wants to.
Yeah, he does. You just have to wonder, though, the numbers won't be working in his favor in the offseason. And, of course, he's 45 years old.
He came out of nowhere. Didn't think he was going to make the club for Texas at a spring, but threw the ball well. A lot of fastballs. But that fastball velocity keeps dropping and dropping. There's Bart. Cy Young wearing the Angel uniform. 247 career victories.
There's a pitch that is chased and missed, and down on strikes goes Fernandez. I remember speaking of Bartolo a few years ago. I was talking to his old pitching coach, Don Cooper, White Sox pitching coach. We just saw the White Sox over the weekend, and I was talking to Don Cooper. We go back a long ways. And I'd heard that Bartolo, you know, he's a big guy. He doesn't run a whole lot. And then there was talk that he was doing a lot of work in the water, swimming. And I remember Don Cooper said, don't buy that for a second. The only thing he's doing in the ocean or the swimming pool is laying on a raft.
Throws a lot of strikes, though.
Yep.
And you know what? He feels his position very, very well.
He's a really good fielder. Here's one that's lifted high into right field, but waiting for it to come down a few feet from the rim of the track is Joey Gallo, and Cowart easy out. Want to remind Angel fans that you can join us when the Angels take on the Seattle Mariners this Saturday, game time 6 o'clock, and enjoy a post-game Nick Jonas concert. It's presented by Strikeout Slavery. Visit angels.com/promotions to purchase your tickets today. Here's Joe Hudson getting ready for his second at bat tonight. He flied out to Gallo his first time up and takes the pitch for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Sampson's both his strikeouts been on his changeup. Tonight, both against lefties. Still throws that fastball inside.
He bounces this one right to short. This should be an easy play. And the throw's a little bit high, and it takes Profar off the bag. And now we'll see if the Rangers want to challenge that call by Adrian Johnson, the first base umpire. The call on the field is safe. Boy, that should have been the final out.
High throw that he was able to get down and get that tag in before the hand. Looked like he did. Oh, did he get him there?
Well, they're going to challenge it.
I thought he tagged him. Good move by Hudson to try to avoid that tag. Well, he might have got him right there on the calf before he got his hand in.
So this play is under review. I mentioned Hudson playing in just his second big league game. If he is safe, he's not going to get a hit on it. It would be an error. And now they're going to win the challenge. The Rangers have the call reversed, and the inning will end. So we have completed 5. The 6th inning is coming up next.
and by City National Bank, a proud sponsor of Angels baseball.
Well, the Angels will bring in another reliever, fourth reliever of the night. Justin Anderson will take over. Cam Bedrosian with the 1-2-3 fifth inning. We'll see what Anderson does. 53rd game of the season for him. ERA solid, 3.31, and he's averaged better than a strikeout an inning this year.
He's got excellent stuff. His fastball 97, 99 with movement. Slider too. He changes speeds with that. An occasional changeup, but it's trying to stay back and not overthrow his pitches. So important for Justin Anderson.
Rougned Odor will be the batter. Odor, last 17 games for the Rangers, hitting under 200 and 0 for 2 tonight. He had a night off last night.
Anytime a hitter's in one of those slumps, they're more apt to be swinging at the first pitch.
First one was a fastball. It's been a missed ball one. Cut and a miss right there. Another fastball.
Good spot with that 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
There's one a little bit low and inside. The thing about these bullpen games, and the Angels are having one here tonight, and I don't know that there's been a change in philosophy at all in the Angel organization. We're seeing a lot of teams have been doing this here in the 2018 season. Angels have just had so many true starting pitchers go down because of injuries. But when you have these games, you're going to end up using 7, 8, 9 pitchers, and for me anyway, the odds are one of them isn't going to pitch real well for you.
Yeah, but it's also an advantage for the pitcher because the hitter's only going to see you once.
One time.
Yeah,
got that.
So that's hard for them to really gauge what they're looking for.
Every time a batter comes up in one of these games, he's going to be facing a different pitcher.
And a fresh pitcher for the most part throwing upper 90s.
There's one that's low. It got away from Hudson, so it's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So far so good in this one for the Angels, up 1-0. There have been only 2 hits in the game. Angels have both of them, and one left the ballpark. That was the Jose Fernandez homer in the bottom of the second. The only other hit, Trout's single in the first inning. 3-2, fouled off, club level.
I got him in the stands quickly.
Here's the next delivery, and there's another grounder hit to Fletcher. Real busy night for the Angels second baseman, and that's out number 1. Want to remind you this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of Angels baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP.
That's 4 straight groundouts to Fletcher at second. After the pitchers iced their arm after the game, so will David Fletcher for all this activity at second base.
I guess. First one on Profar, right in there. We mentioned the Astros and A's have won tonight. Seattle is hosting San Diego tonight, and that is a 1-1 game in the 7th inning.
Boy, Seattle really trying to hang in there in that wild card race. Oakland won't let them.
And we'll see Seattle here in just a couple of days. They'll be in to face the Angels in a 4-game series, and that gets underway on Thursday. Tampa Bay actually went into a tie with Seattle in the wild card standings, but the Rays did lose their game at home. They were shut out by Cleveland earlier tonight. There's one that's fouled off right by the plate.
It's a good slider there from Anderson, under control.
Angels after tonight will have 17 games remaining, 11 here at the Big A, where the Angels are a game under 500 this season at home.
Coming off a great road trip, almost 7-3.
Yep, first winning road trip since early May. There's one that's high.
That's a good pitch, especially if you track the breaking ball below the strike zone and you try to run a fastball. He almost went after that one.
There's one that's outside, another fastball. Elvis Andrus as the batter waiting on deck. Profar at the plate, couple of walks tonight. Worked a 2-2 count here against Justin Anderson, who has had some command issues at times this season. But not there as he gets him to chase that slider, and he struck him out.
You talk about a nasty break to that slider. That was exactly the pitch that Anderson needed.
Fans want to remind you that MLB At Bat is your #1 Angels app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Angels home screen icons and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. First one in there on Andrus. The ball's 1 strike. Anderson's delivery.
That was a good pitch. That's a real good slider.
1-1 to count. There's a big cut by Andrus. Such a big cut that he fell down. He landed on a knee.
Trying to impersonate Adrian Beltre on that one.
Yep, he's been known to do that a lot.
Not so sure he was trying to hit that ball the other way on that swing. Now with 2 strikes, he will. Earlier in the count, he's trying to lift the ball and drive it out. Cole Calhoun's got to be ready now for something his way with 2 strikes, especially if Anderson throws him a slider.
1-2. That's very high. Andrus, his home run numbers are down considerably from a year ago. He's a guy who banged out 20 last year. It's not like he's been a real big home run hitter in the past, but he had the 20 last season, only 6 this year. And his RBI numbers are way down from a year ago. He drove in 88 last year. He has driven in 31 this year.
That's a lot of times when he was hit by that pitch by Keenan Middleton way back earlier in the season.
This time, and there's one that's low to him, so it's a full count. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Andrews playing in game 81 for Texas, 81 coming into tonight, and this is their 145th game, so he has missed time. Payoff delivery, chops it deep in the hole. It's short, stopped there by Simmons. Throw is right on the money, and the inning is over. Well, Angels still up 1-0. Gooby Tuesday coming up when we get back.
Would be surprised that you watch.
I like comedy, so How I Met Your Mother is one of my favorites to watch when I'm just chilling at home.
I'm a big Family Guy fan, so I watch a lot of Family Guy.
As of late, I've been pretty hooked on Big Brother. It's a pretty good show. I enjoy getting into it.
Yeah, us older people do know that a little bit too. Appreciate it, Taylor. Thanks, man.
Sounds good. Thank you, Gooby.
All right, Terry. I know you're a man of the people. What TV show would surprise people to know that you watch a lot?
I love to watch House Hunters on HGTV.
You do?
I do. I love that show,
That's
and I'm
good.
always curious to see which home they're going to pick.
Yeah.
I love that show.
You are a man of the people.
How about you?
You know, Mike and Molly. I love comedy too, and Friends. I like to be able to laugh, especially when I come home at night, to be able to check that out and just have a good laugh before going to sleep.
All right. Good
That's
choice.
right, Mike and Molly. Yes,
There
I
you
love that
go.
show. I always thought you'd go to say the Gong Show or something like that, or Jersey Shore.
Well, you know I like both of those.
Yes.
But I don't like the new Gong Show. I like the Chuck Barris old Gong Show.
Yes.
That's right. Here's Cole Calhoun at the plate, and that one is right in there for a called strike. Why is it every time we're together on these telecasts, I'm always giving away secrets about myself?
Well, because you are Mr. Worldwide.
Oh, yeah. That's your second one of the night on that. Yes. C.D. Pelham is the new pitcher as the Angels bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. You know I'm a guy that likes to keep my world very private, and you're always trying to dig into my world.
Yes. We've known each other for a long, long time.
We have, yep. So 2 strikes here on Cole Calhoun. And there is a pitch that he swings and misses, and he goes down on a pretty good fastball right there. Struck him out.
So he's on top. Maybe late break to that one. Cut action. There's 2 hits total in this game. Bullpen for the Angels have been outstanding.
Here's David Fletcher batting, and that is right in there for a called strike. Jose Alvarez has gotten up in the Angels bullpen, so he's probably going to be the next Angel reliever. And boy, the bullpen work has been terrific right now. The last 10 Texas batters have been retired in a row. There's one fouled off by Fletcher.
Looking for some offense now, though, to get a little breathing room.
Yeah, the Angels were putting some runs on the board, especially in that series in Chicago, but the Angels had only scored 3 runs in the last 2 games coming into tonight, and just 1 so far in this one, but the 1 run is enough for the lead. There's a little shot hit into left field, but they're waiting. Making the grab on it is Willie Calhoun.
Mike Trout coming to the plate right now. Let's take a look at our Subway leaders on base percentage in one season in Angels history. Mike Trout, top 3, best at 442 last season. Tim Salmon, 1995, 429 on base percentage. Trout right now this season though, 465. That leads the bigs in that category.
Mike's been on base a couple of times tonight, a hit, and he's been hit by a pitch, and he takes that one up and in from Pelham. C.D. Pelham on the hill. That's right in there for a called strike. Adrian Sampson, the starter, did a good job for Texas tonight. Short end of a 1-0 score, though. 2-1 on Trout.
Mention how difficult it is for an opponent, and Jeff Bannister seeing tonight when you see so many different pitchers coming out of a bullpen to get a good read on a pitcher. The bullpen for the Angels has not allowed any hits so far.
Trout was taking that one, missed inside, so it's a 3-1 count on Mike. Next pitch, and that is outside.
On base again 3 times tonight. In my Hyundai key for this game tonight, talk about the offense needing to carry the load, hands on the wheel. Chance for Shohei Ohtani against another tough lefty. Couple home runs on the last road trip against left-handed pitchers, and a good at bat last night against a lefty in Claudio for Shohei Ohtani.
So here's Shohei, who has gone 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. Well, Trout beyond the move. There's a lefty on the hill, and the first pitch taken, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
Not easy to steal against a lefty that throws this hard, though. Especially, it's tough to get a read. You got to go on first movement and hope he's going home. When you're throwing upper 90s, give your catcher a better chance to throw you out.
Pitch was low. That was a good stop by Kiner Falefa.
Slider in the dirt. Kiner Falefa has played a couple different positions. Was able to keep that in front of him.
Trout back, little lob toss over to first base.
Not exactly the A move over the first.
2-0 here on Ohtani, his last at bat, which ended in a strikeout. He had a 10-pitch at bat. Again, a little lob toss over there to first base.
And one thing as a base runner, you got to remember that's not the best move he has.
Next pitch. Ohtani moved away from that one. That was in there.
And he knew he had a pitch right there. That's the pitch he's hit out so well to center field, to left center field, and hit it a long way, especially even at velocity at 97.
Next delivery, and that is chased and missed. Again, a fastball. 2-2 count. This is only Pelham's 4th appearance since he got called up. September call up. Had some trouble in the first 3. There goes Trout, and the pitch, and that one is low. Throw to second, way late.
Well, he got a huge jump going on first movement. Picked up his 23rd stolen base. Take a look at We Make It Easy, brought to you by SoCal Toyota. It's all about reading, going on first movement, slides in there easily in the scoring position for Shohei Ohtani now for Trout. 23rd stolen base to go along with 33 home runs.
Trout more steals than he had all last year. Same number of home runs as a year ago. And here's Ohtani bouncing one right to Andrews. Throw to first is going to get him, and that will end the inning. So 6 completed. We're headed to the 7th. Still 1-0 Angels.
Tailored for the military community.
So the Angels will go to the bullpen and bring in Jose Alvarez. Pitcher number 6 of the night. Justin Anderson did just what most of the other relievers have done so far tonight. Retire every batter they faced, and the last 10 Rangers have been retired in this game. Texas in tonight's game, no runs, no hits. And Mazzara will lead off the 7th inning. Alvarez has been outstanding this season.
72nd game.
Yeah, he's having the best season of his career. He pitched Sunday in Chicago and threw only 5 pitches in that game. Retired the only batter he faced on a strikeout. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch grounded foul over on the right side.
And he's faced Mazzara 11 times already. 1 hit for Mazzara against Alvarez.
Mazzara, his first 2 seasons in the majors with 20 home runs each year, and he's in his 3rd season this year, and he's had 20 home runs.
Remember, his first career home run was against Jared Weaver.
One ball, one strike. Pitch a little bit low. after Alvarez, we would figure to probably see 2 more Angel relievers. We'll just have to see who Mike Scioscia decides to use here in the late innings. And there's one that's missed.
It's a real good break ball. Look how many relievers have been. You mentioned it, Terry, how many have been used so far. They've really come in and been very aggressive. Putting up some great numbers here in this game so far, and needing to, considering how well Texas has pitched against the Angels also.
2-2 is chased and missed.
That was set up by that good break ball, the exact same spot in the strike zone, followed up with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Under control, perfect follow through, and hits the target because it's a swing and miss.
Every Angel pitcher who has pitched so far tonight has picked up at least 1 strikeout. And now Beltre will be the next batter. He's gone 0 for 2 tonight. Beltre checking on that one there, and the pitch was called a ball. There's one hit on 1 hop to third. Should be an easy play. Throw is in plenty of time by Howard. 2 gone.
Continues an outstanding performance on the mound, but the defense there, a lot of soft contact in the infield too.
Yeah, they really haven't come close to getting a hit.
Yeah, been very special so far as location of pitches and utilizing the defense. We talked about that in the opening. The defense so good for the Halos, not only last night, but it's been that case the whole season.
So here's Gallo, a walk and a strikeout, and he hits this one to Fletcher. He's
again soft contact.
Gonna have another easy play, and the throw will get Gallo, and the inning is over. Angels pitching just mowing them down. Bottom of the 7th coming up, 1-0 Angels.
Spectrum Mobile has unlimited talk, text, and data. Save up to 40%. Go to SpectrumMobile.com today.
Well, tonight the Angels have used 6 pitchers. The Rangers are getting ready to use their 3rd. Eddie Butler is their new pitcher. He replaces C.D. Pelham, who retired 3 of 4 last inning. He had a walk and a strikeout. Now no hits or runs. Tonight's attendance here at the Big A, 33,756.
You're witnessing something special right here, Terry Smith.
Yep. So let's see what the Angels can do here as we start the bottom of the 7th inning. Upton is the batter and the pitch. That's a little bit low for a ball.
Yeah, the bullpen's been great. You sure like some insurance runs here, little add-on runs here.
Butler's pitch. It's fouled off over on the right side. Butler was picked up by the Rangers back in late July, came over from the Cubs. Meantime, the Angels have Blake Parker up in the bullpen.
So far, the Angels have gotten 10 ground ball outs.
There's a pitch in there for a called strike. 2-2. Only run in this game came in the 2nd inning, and it came on a home run by Jose Fernandez, who hit his very first big league homer. That's been it. Rangers have Martin Perez up. One that is waved at and missed.
He's saying he fouled it. I thought he fouled it too.
Well, that was called a swing and a miss there by Brian Gorman. Now Mike Socha is going to come out, and he wants an explanation here.
It definitely looked like it hit the dirt if he made contact with it.
Well, that's not a play that you can challenge, so go down as a strikeout, 1 away. Simmons will be the batter.
Well, he has crushed the ball twice tonight. Drew Robinson made 2 really good plays against him.
Yep.
That's the only way they prevent that is hit it well over the fence at that point. Keep it away from him.
1-0 is the count on Simmons. As the ball bounced to the Rangers' second baseman. Boris throws high. It took Profar off the bag, but he applies the tag. That's the 2nd out.
Jose Fernandez back in the 2nd inning. The only scoring in the game, his first major league home run. Jumps on that one. Middle in, lines it out. First big league home run for Jose Fernandez, the only scoring in the game. And with that swing, the silent treatment before Trout throws the Gatorade.
And they are going to take Butler out and bring in the lefty Martin Perez to face Fernandez. We have a break in the action, a pitching change coming up.
Built for Baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. Juan Soto with the score tied at 6 in the 10th inning in Philadelphia for the Washington Nationals. Home run number 18, breaking Ken Griffey Jr.'s mark as far as home runs by a teenager. Crushed that baseball. What a season he has had for the Nationals. They sweep the Phillies in a doubleheader in Philly.
Yeah. Second game went 10 innings. So here is Fernandez getting ready to face Martin Perez, who lost his spot in the Rangers rotation. He's been pitching in relief for a while now. Numbers are not good this season. This will be his 4th relief appearance. First one a ball to count 1-0.
Hasn't been as good against lefties this season either. .319 batting average against Martin Perez this season. Blake Parker getting ready in the bullpen.
There's one bounced on the right side near second, stopped by Odor. His throw is in time, and that will end the inning. Another ground ball hit to one of the second basemen tonight. 8th inning is coming up.
As Halos hanging on to a 1-0 game over the Rangers as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Ken French back with you. And don't forget, after this one is all said and done, it's Angels Live presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Join myself, Jose Mota, Alex Curry. Look back at the highlights of this one. The only scoring thus far, Jose Fernandez, bottom of the 2nd inning, first career home run at the age of 30. But of course, the focus will be on the bullpen game. 6 relievers thus far, shutout baseball through 7 innings. And as we headed back inside, Gooby, I want to ask you a question. Blake Parker, now the 7th pitcher here tonight. You got something special going on. Is each reliever trying to outdo the next as we move forward in this ball game?
Exactly, Ken. But you talked about it earlier. Sometimes it's the advantage as a reliever coming in to go that 1 inning. You're going to let it all out for that 1 inning to be able to put up some magic here so far. No hits allowed in this game for the bullpen. It's been great. They've attacked the strike zone, and the defense has been very solid.
Willie Calhoun is the batter. He has had a 0 for 2 night, strikeout, ground out. Blake Parker, last pitch for the Angels on Sunday in Chicago, did not survive the inning he came into, and the first pitch that is lifted in the air into left center is going to be grabbed out there by Mike Trout.
There hasn't been a whole lot of action in the outfield.
Yeah.
Most pitchers used in a no-hitter. I still remember that game for the Astros, using 6. Seattle the same. 6 back in 2012. 7 Angels pitchers so far combined in this no-no to this point with 1 out in the 8th inning.
Kiner Falefa is the batter.
We still see that sign of all those Seattle pitchers when you walk out to the field every single time. It's safe go.
Pitch misses for a ball. Rangers with the bottom third of their batting order here in this inning. Kiner Falefa is the 8-hole hitter. Robinson waiting on deck. That's on the outside corner. That's a called strike.
And you know umpires love these type of games too. They get into it too.
One pitch. That's a liner into right field, and that's going to drop in. So the first hit of the night for Texas comes with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. The 8-hole hitter Kiner Falefa with the single, and he represents the tying run at first base with 1 gone.
Remember we talked about how well he adjusts on pitches upstairs early in the game. He lined one just foul by the first base line his earlier at bat, and that was upstairs. The one pitch, he's going to hit the ball hard, and he did so in the right field for the first hit of the game.
Well, it took the Rangers 7 pitchers to face to get their first hit, but they have gotten it here, and now the tying runner on. This is Guzman at the plate. Ronald Guzman. He's pinch hitting for Robinson, and the first pitch in there. Guzman, left-handed batter with power. Here's the pitch, and that's low.
He just refocus, see if you get another one of those ground balls, and an infielder. Been quite a few of them this evening.
1-1 pitch. Low again. 2-1. Here's the next delivery, and that is outside. 3-1. Blake Parker was on the mound on Sunday trying to get the save for the Angels in the game. The Angels did end up winning 1-0, but he was taken out with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, and Jose Alvarez came in, got the final out, and Alvarez got the save in that game. That one was fouled back to the screen. 3-2 on Ronald Guzman. Odor, their leadoff man, waiting on deck. Angels are starting to get some movement in the bullpen right now. Looks like Ty Buttrey is warming up. Parker 10 pitches so far since coming in. 5-5 on the balls and strikes. There goes the runner, and the pitch, it's lifted in the air in the left field. Going after that one is up, and he has room. He'll make the catch on the warning track. The runner at first, Kiner Falefa, has to hustle back to first base. He was already at second when that catch was being made by Upton, so long out number 2.
Yeah, he did a re-tag second base. He was beyond the bag second. Guzman with real good power. Got a fastball, and he hit that ball very well to left field. Upton back to the warning track, gets it in quickly. Kiner Falefa past the base, but when you go back, you have to step on the base again. He did so and gets back. He was on the move in that 3-2.
Odor batting an 0 for 3 night. First pitch is a ball. Boy, those Angel outfielders are playing deep. Cole Calhoun is really deep out there in right field. He's only a few feet from the rim of the track.
You're in that no doubles defense late like this in the game.
Yeah.
Simmons, the shortstop, playing pretty much up the middle, not too far off of the second base bag. 1-0. That's lined into right field. Calhoun is going to have to run to get it as it bounces on out there. He'll fire the ball back towards the right side of the infield, and he holds Odor to a single. Kiner Falefa goes first to third, 2 outs. And now Profar will be the next batter.
Yeah, because you're playing that deep. Anything hit towards the outfield, it's going to allow the runner to go first to third. It was a pretty good pitch. He went down and got it and hooked it to right field. Profar coming up now after Odor got that base hit.
So we see Mike Scioscia coming out to the mound, and the Angels will go to the bullpen once again. Buttrey will be coming in when we get back here in the 8th.
No-hitter for the Angels. Mark Langston on the mound making his Angel debut back on April 11, 1990. Then Mike Witt, Angels Hall of Famer, finished off that no-hitter. Lance Parrish behind the plate. Halos put up a combined no-hitter back in April of 1990. Langer.
Yep. Well, right now the Angels are trying to hold on to a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 8th inning. And Ty Buttrey comes in. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. First pitch right in there. A good fastball on Profar. Profar saying something to the home plate umpire, Brian Gorman. Didn't like the call.
kind of an angry swing after that called strike against him.
Yep. Fouls it back out of play, left side.
And this with the youngster back there behind the plate, and Joe Hudson really has to be in position to keep a breaking ball. If Buttrey decides to go with that in front of him, going through a series of signs, more than likely you might see Profar on the move to try to draw a throw to the second base.
Buttrey in 10 games for the Angels, 0.87 ERA. He worked a little bit with Hudson at AAA Salt Lake not too long ago. There goes the runner at first. The pitch is a ball, no throw to second.
I like that play where you fake that throw, and then if the runner drifts off the bag at third, you have a shot at the back pick. Pretty good read there for Kiner Falefa not to go and bite on that pump throw to second.
Profar at the plate tonight, 2 walks and a strikeout, and the count is 1-2 with 2 outs here in the 8th. And there's a bouncer, nice stop by Coward to third baseman, throws and gets him. He just nipped him. That was a real good play by Caleb Coward at third base. No room for error whatsoever.
What do we say about the defense for the Halos? What a play by Caleb Coward, in that gun for an arm throws him out at first base.
The Angels in the top of the inning. Great defensive play to keep this game at 1-0. He bats to start off the bottom of the 8th.
Isn't it automatic? Somebody makes a great play, leads off an inning.
Happens a lot. Sure does. There's a new center fielder in the ball game for the Rangers. Delino DeShields is now playing that position for Texas. 2-0 the count on Coward. A total of 4 hits in the game. And it's 1-0 Angels.
Hey, what about Hudson making his major league debut as a starting catcher, being involved in a game like this tonight?
Yeah.
How cool is that for him?
Yep.
Your first major league start, and you got a combined no-hitter going.
And he was working with a lot of guys that he's never caught before.
Exactly. That's not easy to do.
Right.
You got to read certain pitches, know to be able to get in front of pitches. What a job. What a thrill for him.
Yeah. 3-1 here on Coward as he is facing Martin Perez, his first full inning now. And the pitch that's hit on an easy hop to short. Andrews will throw out the Angels' third baseman, 1 away. Hudson will be the batter. Joe Hudson 0 for 2 in just his second major league game, his first big league start. Ball fouled off, out of play.
Played for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Almost had the luck of the Irish first start. Catching a no-no.
There's a called strike. Outfielder's not very deep at all with Hudson at the plate. There's a pitch that's low. Joe Hudson last year was in Double-A. He hit 171. And a year later, here he is in the big leagues with a new organization.
Yep.
And he chops this one on a couple of hops out to Odor, who will throw him out. 2 gone. Well, it would appear when we get to the 9th inning that Buttrey will stay on the mound, so Angels will be looking for him to get a 4-out save. Cole Calhoun will be the batter. Buttrey got a save on the last road trip, his first in the majors. Calhoun misses the first pitch. 0-1. This game is somewhat similar to that game Sunday in Chicago.
Yes.
Angels won that game 1-0. Each team had 5 hits in that game. Tonight it's 1-0 Angels, each team with 2 hits.
Well, what a play by Caleb Cowart that last half inning.
Calhoun takes that one as a ball. Well, the thing about Cowart, and he's been up a lot over the years for the Angels, he hasn't been able to stick with the Angels, and the only reason is he just hasn't been able to hit.
Yeah.
But boy, he can do a lot of other things.
He is special with that glove.
He sure
and his
is.
arm.
Yeah. Here's one that's hit on an easy hop right to Profar, the first baseman, and he will beat Cole Calhoun to the bag, and the Angels have a quiet bottom of the 8th, so the 9th is coming up. Angels lead it here at the Big A, 1-0. we have on Fox this year is loaded. One huge can't miss matchup after another. Thursday night football, it's coming to Fox week 4. Now it's a game.
Really good football games that first week of the season.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've had a good game here tonight, and this one is going to go right down to the wire as Buttrey will continue. Got the final out last inning, and now trying to get 3 more to wrap it up. Andrews the batter. First pitch, that one is a little bit outside. Next pitch on the outside corner.
This guy you really want to keep off the bases. He can, even though the stolen base total was down, he's had a lot of success stealing bases against the Angels in his career. Does have some pretty good power also.
Buttrey in front now, 1-2. Bouncing ball by the mound, out behind second is Simmons, throws and gets him.
How smooth was that play by Simba?
Boy, the last 2 outs against the Rangers in this game have been spectacular defensive plays by the Angels.
Well, we've said a lot of ground ball action. Another one, a tough play, got rid of it so quickly to throw Andrews by a stride. Up the middle, in the glove, out of the glove that quickly for Simba.
Cleanup man Mazzara batting, 0 for 3 night for him. The pitch in there for a strike. Oh, and 2 the count.
Good firm fastball upstairs.
97 on that one. One ball, 2 strikes the count. Adrian Beltre waiting on deck. Rangers didn't get their first hit tonight until 1 out in the 8th inning. Beltre is pitcher number 8 of the night for the Angels in this game. 2-2 the count. Other one fouled off, back to the club level, out of play. Pitchers of record in this game. Noe Ramirez for the Angels, first reliever of the night. And for Texas, their starter Adrian Sampson. Next one, it's chopped on the right side. This is stopped by Fernandez, throws to Buttrey, 1 more out to go.
Another ground ball out. Really, when you think about it, a lot of soft contact on the ground, except for that great play by Caleb Coward. Hit his way.
So here is Beltre, who in his career has done a lot of damage against the Angels. Here's the pitch, and that one misses high for a ball. 47 home runs in his career for Beltre against Angels pitching. 1-0 game, 2 outs in the ninth. And here's one grounded on the left side. It's stopped by Coward. This should do it. The throw is in time, and the ball game is over. It ends on yet another ground out.
What an outstanding effort all the way around. The defense talked about that in the opening, and the bullpen, a bullpen game, outstanding tonight. Winning this game 1-0. A Land Rover above and beyond player of the game, the only scoring of the game. Jose Fernandez goes deep, his first career home run in his 23rd game in the big leagues. Had 17 big flies in AAA, but this one, special one, is the only scoring of the game. Jose Fernandez, our above and beyond Land Rover player of the game.
Luttrell comes in, gets a 4-out save tonight, and really had to work hard to get that final out just in the 8th inning.
I mean, think about it. That was the last hit of the game for the Halos, too, that home run.
Yeah. So the Angels come away with the victory. Each team with only 2 hits tonight. The Angels have won a pair of 1-0 games here in the last 3 days. So you can't get much better pitching than that. A pair of shutouts twice in the last 3 days for
outstanding
Angels pitching.
What a job tonight. This is a lot of fun, Terry. Great job tonight, by the way.
Well, we'll hook up again tomorrow night.
Yep. Down to Alex Curry with the special player here, Joe Hudson.
Yeah.
He get the chance to call that game. What an outstanding job behind the plate.
Joe, your first major league start, and you call a 2-hit shutout with 8 different pitchers. How special was this game for you?
It was awesome. I've had some time to spend in the bullpen with these guys the last few days, get to pick their brains a little bit, talk strategy, talk how they like to attack hitters. So we were all on the same page tonight, and it was a lot of fun.
Working with 8 different pitchers, how challenging is that? And what did you see for these guys to get the shutout?
On a day like this, you just try to keep things simple, stick to their strengths. Everyone pitched very, very well tonight, and I'm very proud of all of them.
We saw some big defensive plays to keep it a shutout game. Talk about the effort you saw from this defense tonight.
Oh my gosh, that's the reason we won that game. That play by Simba there in the last inning to get that ball up the middle, I didn't think there was a chance, but he's a heck of a player.
Well, congratulations on an unbelievable win here tonight.
Thank you very much.
The Angels even up the series against Texas, taking game 2 tonight after an outstanding game from the Angels bullpen. But don't go anywhere, because we're going to break it all down next on Angels Live with Kent French and Jose Mota right here on Fox Sports West.